Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. My name is Zach, and as always, I'm your host here on the Divine Dividend. It is November 29th, and today we are looking at cruise lines, okay? These things have been on a tear the last month, and with all the new travel restrictions coming out and the ever-looming uncertainty that's always around right now with this pandemic, what's going to happen? Are we going to continue the rise? Are they going to get back up to where they used to be? Or are we expecting some negative price action because of new restrictions coming out? Like, what is going on? So sit back, relax, and let's get down to the bottom of this. Alright, so the sector leaders for cruise lines is going to be Royal Caribbean, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Carnival Cruise Line. And I have them in this order because this is in terms of percent gains over the last month. So our lagger is going to be Royal Caribbean, sitting at 48%. Norwegian jumped up about the same at 53%. And then Carnival just blew everyone out the water, sitting at 70% gains this last month. So I have my own theory why I think Carnival pumped slightly more than the other two. And that's because I honestly don't think the general public fully understands how percent gains work, and I think something running through people's minds is still, what can I get the most shares of, instead of thinking which one's going to have the higher percent gain, because $1,000 is $1,000. It doesn't matter if I have 50 shares of something or 5 shares of something. If it goes up 6% or if it goes up 69%, having 1 share or having 5 shares, that's all the same. You're going to get the same amount of profit. On the flip side of that, a cheaper stock does open the door for investors, well, more investors, to sell covered calls and do cash secured puts. Either way, this news came out, or this article came out on Friday, and Friday was a half day in observance of Thanksgiving, so I don't know if this came out during trading hours or not because it doesn't have a time. However, this is a list of the upcoming cruises that Carnival has scheduled, and they are coming out February. So February 1st, you have a few different ones rolling out, the 4th, 5th, and this just has their entire schedule all the way through, at least halfway through February. So right now, it seems tangible because we can actually see dates. They can start accepting tickets and reservations, and the only thing that's really pending right now is, does the pandemic get more serious again, and is the CDC's new framework, is that going to be attainable for these cruise lines to uphold to? Okay, so if we take a look at Carnival's chart, it looks like, this is what's March of 2017, and then before that they were fighting this epic uphill battle, but pretty much since March of 17 they've always been trading over $40, easily. And then obviously this was this epic drop that we had, this Black Swan event that would happen, but pretty much ever since before this they've always been trading over $40, so that's what we're looking to get back up to. So that'll be this yellow line up here, right around $40. However, if we pay attention to what happened on the way down, you can see that I put these yellow lines here at the big evens, so $30 and right about $20, okay? So what happens at the big evens is that's where people's stop losses and limit orders get triggered. So we dropped down, we wicked all the way down to $30 exactly on the dot, and then a bunch of shares got brought up because of limit orders. So we wicked down, but the candle actually closed up here. So we had a mini reversal, the momentum was too much, and we fell down again. And then at $20, you can see we wicked all the way down here, the candle closed up here because $20 seemed like a good buying opportunity. We didn't know exactly what was happening, momentum was too much, carried us back down. So they played a major level of support on the way down. However, past support will equal future resistance, all right? So we have to break past those on the way back up. So we did right here, we broke through $20, and the other local high is right here, so just about $25. We're gonna look to break through that next. If we don't break through that, we're gonna look to hold support right here at $20 again. If we drop below 20, look for further downward action. Okay, next we're taking a look at Royal Caribbean Group, and they are sitting right now at about $81.48. Before this haymaker we took back in March, you can see the last level of support was right here at about $88.94, so just about 90, which is another big even. And you can see these yellow lines down here are just more big evens that played support on the way down. So one at 70, one down here at 60, and one down here at $40. So you can tell that these big evens play a big role in market sentiment and trading psychology as a whole. Something we want to keep in mind though is the RSI, and if we take a look here, 70 is going to show where you're looking a little overbought. However, we need to pay attention to these trend lines because as soon as we're on an extended upward trend, as soon as we break past this trend line, you can see some negative price action. So it's happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the recent past. This is all since March. And right now we're on the verge of breaking this yellow trend line again. So if we don't see a strong price movement upward, look for a decent drop, at least on the RSI. All right, so the last chart I want to take a look at is Norwegian Cruise Lines, which is currently sitting at $23.68. Before the flash crash in March, we had this level of support right here at $39.58. So right around that big even of $40. You guys need to pay attention to these big evens because they play such a big role. You can see this candle even bounced off it right here again. But the level I want to pay attention to right now is right here. And it is about $26.50, okay? So not only was it right here, this last level of support before we had this gap down, but it's also right around the local high that we've had in this triangle formation that we broke out of, okay? So this is going to be the next level we want to break out of in the current standpoint, all right? If we can break past this, look forward to the next big even at $30. In terms of the RSI, we're actually have a little ways to go before we break this upward trend line. So this is actually a really healthy looking chart, honestly. The fact that we had the breakout, the fact that there's a little bit of room to grow on the RSI, this chart looks the best to me of the three. The last bullish bit I have for you on cruise lines is of course Disney. Disney brand name when it comes to tourism and travel. So whether it's their theme parks or their cruise lines, it's going to be big for whatever industry they're talking about. So Carnival Horizon, they're shipping out on February 1st. Disney is pushing out on February 5th. So this is of course just due to this cruise suspension they had going through January 31st. This is no surprise, this is just due to the CDC guidelines, which of course focuses on testing, and more testing. Not only for the crew, but also for every passenger. So as always, pay attention to your vaccine news, not only for your own personal health reasons, but because anything negative would be detrimental to the travel or hospitality industries as a whole. That's all I got for you today, guys. Stay safe out there, stay woke. It's a crazy time to be investing right now. If you like what you saw, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.